We're going to knock your socks off right about now. You've seen him lose an incredible 238 pounds on The Biggest Loser glory days, but what has life been like for finalist Rob Guiry since the show?
Well, let's ask him. Joining us now is Rob Guiry himself. Rob, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a privilege to be here. Thank you.
I want you to take us through that moment that we just watched. You lose almost 50% of your body weight, 238 pounds. Yeah. When you step out there, what is that moment like?
It was pretty unreal. You know, I had some friends come out there. I heard them chanting in the crowd just to finally kind of show everybody what the hard work went towards. It was pretty unbelievable. It was a very nice culminating moment.
Yes. Now, you just celebrated your birthday last week. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're 27 now, right? Now, I know that you did say, you put out on social media that you were twice the man. I want to read this verbatim because it was really an inspiring quote.
It's a good one, right?
You're proud to say that you're half the weight but twice the man, and you've lost over 250 pounds in 1 year. That is like a statement that just gives you goosebumps. To really put your head around 250 pounds in a year.
Yeah, I always thought or hoped that I would be able to get my weight under control. But to do it so fast and such a turnaround, I mean, that's an opportunity that I could only thank The Biggest Loser for giving me. To be able to transition that much in 1 year, I just feel like I can tackle anything. Whatever's ahead of me, 27 is going to be the best year yet.
And what was it like coming home? Now, you've been home for maybe a week or so?
Yeah.
And I imagine now you went from just being a guy who, you know, coaches rugby, has some fun, but now you're a magnet. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to talk to you. How has your life changed both physically, emotionally since you've been back?
Well, the first thing I did was go to Boston, and I met up with like 100 of my friends from college, and that was a lot of fun. And I'm trying to figure out the next steps. I found out that I graduated with my master's degree the day of the final interview for Biggest Loser. So I'm just a guy who graduated with his master's, and now I'm looking for that next step.
Wait, this is the ultimate pitch then. You got to hire this guy.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, this is Rob Guiry. You should probably hire him.
I'm totally looking for a full-time job.
Personality plus.
Yeah.
Yes. But
and motivation too.
It's pretty amazing just to see the amount of people reaching out via social media. As I was explaining earlier, just to know that I inspired so many other people, that I'm helping them with their weight loss journey or whatever journey they're on, it makes it all worth it. You know, it was a really tough time out there, but I would do it again in a heartbeat just for those people, just so that they can continue on their journey.
It's got to be a crazy feeling to know that the world was able to see you at your most vulnerable moments. I mean, you went through some really tough times, especially right in the beginning when it's like a shock of, wow, this is real, and I'm getting my butt kicked. So what is it like now for you to have exposed so much emotion to the world?
It's really, really hard, actually. When I first got off the ranch, I read a lot of things about me on Facebook and Twitter, via social media, where a lot of people really didn't like me, and they just didn't know me. Most people that know me as a pretty fun, warm guy. But there's a lot of emotions throughout that process, and you don't get up to 500 pounds without burying some stuff. Mm-hmm. And you got to pull that away if you want to get to the bottom of it and change your life. So it was a process. It wasn't easy, but you know, I'm ever so glad that I did it.
Take us back to the first week. You get there, you lose a ton of weight. What is it like from going you go from 0 to 100, I would imagine.
I was really hangry. That was tough.
Because we're hangry when we don't have lunch and it's 2 o'clock.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So your first weigh-in, and once you have your week of hangry, you have your week of just mad and working so hard, and then you get this weigh-in that we're looking at right now, and it's the first week, and you lost 33 pounds. What does that mean to you? What was it like?
That was really fantastic because it kind of validated for me that I could be here, that I could do this. You know, it got me down to 450 pounds, which was 50 pounds from my heaviest weight. So first week, big milestone. I'm surrounded by elite athletes in this competition. You know, former NFL players, gold medalists, and I played Division III rugby in Springfield, Mass. And just to know that I can compete on this stage and I actually have a shot in this thing, that that first week really meant a lot to me.
Now, there's so many people out there, you were mentioning it earlier, that you inspire, and that's the amazing part about television. If you can reach one person, it makes all the difference.
Absolutely.
So now you're on that platform again. It's mass appeal, it's not as big, but what would you say to people who are at home, who are watching this and saying, man, I was so inspired by Rob Guiry. What would you say to them going forward?
I think you just got to get started, and you got to find something that's right for you. You know, the easy thing is, you know, everybody tries to join that gym. Maybe they go a couple times, they're really not into it. The gym is not your only option for getting in shape. Me, I'm an athlete. I like doing athletic things. I'll sign up for a basketball league with my friends, or I played rugby right here for the Springfield Rifles. Like, find what you love and go with that. There's so many ways to stay fit, but unless you find something that you're having fun doing, you're not going to stick with it. Make it part of your daily routine. Find something you love and just kick butt at it.
That's so true. If I torture is what running on the treadmill is for me.
Absolutely.
Torture. I can't do it. But if I'm, doing something I enjoy, it makes all the difference.
Yep.
Now, when you look in the mirror, who do you see now? Do you see someone who can take on the world?
I see an absolute stud. A real ladies' man.
Mm-hmm. So if anyone's watching,
Valentine's Day is coming up.
It's
that's
just
what I hear.
around the corner.
Right. It really is pretty thrilling just to be able to look in the mirror and know that I have no limitations. You know, I could walk into a job interview and I don't feel like the first thing people are saying is, "Oh my God, look at the size of this guy." You know, I could walk into a room and really just feel normal, for the first time in my life, which is really, really cool.
It is tough because now all eyes are going to be on you for a totally different reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've changed yourself. You've changed your outlook. You've changed everything but your core. You know what I mean? Because you're still that same amazing guy you've always been.
Wouldn't change that for the world.
Right? But now it's totally different. It's a brand new world for you.
Absolutely, and I'm so excited to just get out there and embrace it and see what comes my way.
Rob, you were so inspiring, but and when we would interview, the trainers along the way, and they just thought you were just so cool, personality, you had everyone laughing.
Well, they're cool too,
They are, see, and they really, it's so cool to kind of go, cool is the word of the interview, go on that journey.
It's because it's freezing outside, and it's the only thing on our mind.
That's why it's so cool. Yeah.
Right, wicked cool.
Rob, thank you for coming and hanging out with us and sharing your story.
But the best part is we're not done with you yet, right? Can you stick around?
Absolutely, yeah, I'm here all day.
Good. All right, later we are going to do the best well, not all day. The show's over at noon.
Oh, okay.
But you can still
I'm going to stay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm living in my mom's basement, so this is like a great alternative.
So hire this guy, and moreover, 3 best tips when it comes to exercise. You don't want to miss that.
Excellent.
Thanks, Rob. You're cool.
Wicked cool.
We have a treat for you. We're back with Biggest Loser star Rob Guiry. He's excited. We're excited. We're talking exercise tips. We're talking about adventures on the ranch. What's one thing that people don't understand who are watching the show at home, like the production of the show? I know you probably have a confidentiality agreement. You can't say a lot, but what's one thing that might surprise people?
I think a lot of people believe that every day we're training all the time, so much for the workouts that make it on television. Those are really intense. We're with our trainers, but a lot of the time we're working out on our own, and it's going for a hike or jogging around a trail, and it really gets to the point where working out is almost like your therapy. That's what you do to get through everything, and there's a way more pleasurable aspect than gets depicted in every Last Chance workout. You know, it's way nicer than that.
Well, TV has to show the hard.
Right.
They have to show that. But yeah, it's much different. Let's talk about this scene. Actually, we just saw a little clip of you talking to I believe it was a
Dr.
dietitian
H.
or a doctor.
Yeah.
Take us through that. What were you feeling like?
That was really that was a tough moment. Definitely. Exposed some flaws that I didn't know was going on, and it's tough when you get hit in the face with so much information at one time, and there's nowhere to go in that house. A camera is following you 24/7.
Can't hide.
And you're put in an environment where in the real world, where do you turn to when you need support? your friends and family. You're completely cut off from that at the ranch. Where did I used to turn for that? Food. I'm completely cut off from that at the ranch. So it definitely took some time for me to figure out, what's my support system here on the ranch? Where can I go? Where can I turn to? How do I cope and deal with these sort of things? So that was definitely a big part of the journey, is not just a physical transformation, but really figuring out more about me as a young adult and how I want to proceed with my emotions in my life.
I love watching this show because it makes you feel so, you're finished watching and you're like, gosh, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna eat healthy, I'm gonna, change my life, and it really does make people want to be better. And
Right.
you also, it's the relationships between the contestants, you become
man.
family with these people that were strangers.
100%. I feel so connected with the rest of the contestants on the show. We're all broken up into our 3 teams, and just like any team, whether I'm playing rugby or I'm competing on The Biggest Loser, you become really, really close with your teammates. And I know Dolvet and the rest of the red team will be my friends for life. The entire cast are my friends for life. You really build incredible connections. I got to meet one of my favorite football players of all time, in Damian Woody. Like, I remember seeing him at the hotel and just absolutely freaking out that we could actually get to know each other. But I mean, NFL players, Olympic gold medalists, I'm privileged to call them all my friends now.
Wow. And they're privileged to call you their friend too, because you may say
shucks.
you're just a guy from Springfield or wherever, but no, I mean, who you are as a person, what you've accomplished is tremendous. And then people at home can say, if he can do it, I can too.
That's definitely an aspect of this that I didn't know was going to happen. I didn't think about how my journey could affect others coming out of this. But that has probably been one of the most rewarding parts, other than actually losing the weight myself. Being able to see how my journey has impacted others has been incredibly rewarding.
So you're back in Massachusetts. You're off the ranch where there was all these different things provided for you to make your life easy, but now you're thrown in with the rest of us. I ate a pizza last night. You know what I mean? The temptations are always there. It was very good. I should have saved this.
I was born in Brooklyn. I know all about the pizza life.
But so that's going forward. What are your tips? What are you going to live by? What kind of lifestyle are you going to try to portray to people out there? What would you say to people who are kind of looking to live and to lose weight in this real world?
Right. Well, of course, everything has to be customized to the individual. There's no cookie cutter thing that's going to work for everybody. But for me, I focus on high protein, healthy fats, healthy carbs, really minimizing the enriched flour bread, and I mean, sugar's the worst. Sugar's the absolute worst. Yeah. So really I try to eat way more vegetables and drink water. It sounds so simple, but none of us get enough water.
So true.
And
yeah.
That's been one thing that I've definitely tried to just make sure I continue with that and stay hydrated. It keeps you full and it keeps your body working the way it's supposed to.
I can't wait to fill up my water bottle now.
Let's drink water.
Go fill up our water bottles. All right, we want to exercise tips. The 3 most important things, or would you say that have really
Buys, tries, and abs.
Okay. There it is.
That's
really
the glamour
motivated
muscles.
you.
Right, absolutely.
That's what you want to live on the beach. All right. So buys, tries, and abs are your 3
Of course,
okay.
right. That's what the chicks dig. So.
But now, what if people want to be healthy in addition to being dug by chicks?
Right. Really, lifting is great, but you need to incorporate cardio in your daily routine. You should be looking at an hour of cardio a day, and that doesn't mean, 1 hour trip. You could do 3 20-minute workouts in a day, and you'd be doing great for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to make a big difference. You just need to be consistent with it and incorporate it into your life routine.
So I think to wrap it up, Valentine's Day is fast approaching. We're looking for love, looking for jobs. This guy, right?
Boom.
The whole package.
And take care of yourself from the inside out, because in our eyes you are, and I mean this in the most loving way, the biggest loser.
I really appreciate that.
And it's not about the way you look, it's about the way you feel and having the rest of your life to live.
100%. So excited to take advantage of it.
Hey, well, keep in touch, all right?
Oh, will do, yeah.
Congratulations.
And tune in tomorrow. We're going to be live at Yankee Candle Village. In the meantime, stay tuned for 22 News and Noon. It's coming up next.
Have a wonderful day.
Take care.
Ray, give me one of these.
Rob. Oh, I want to hug.